Hello, my name is Anna and I love trying vintage recipes. So today I'm trying 3 salad recipes from the 1960s. Today's recipes come to us from SALADS Cookbook. This book was published in 1969 and I'll talk more about it a little bit later. So salads, okay? Salads. When I think of a salad, and I'm gonna venture to guess that when a lot of you think of salad, just in our modern day times, you think lettuce, maybe some other vegetables, some kind of dressing, some kind of vinaigrette, maybe a little cheese, you know, that kind of thing, like a lettuce kind of salad. The second that comes to mind for me is maybe like a deli salad. So macaroni salad, potato salad. That's what I call a deli salad. I don't know. I don't know what you call it. This book has over 500 salad recipes in it. That is so many salads. So I chose to make a vegetable salad, a cheese and fruit salad. It's in the cheese section, but it's got fruit in it, and a salad dressing, because there is a whole chapter of salad dressings in here. So I wanted to try to get some kind of variety going because there are so many to try. I'm starting off with these cucumbers and garlic sour cream. I love cucumbers and cucumber salad. This one's just a little bit different than what I usually make. You start by putting together the dressing. Mix all ingredients except the cucumbers. That is a tablespoon of minced onion. I am making a full recipe of this. Our next ingredient is a teaspoon of garlic powder and also a teaspoon of salt. And next comes 1.5 cups of sour cream. That just is a lot. It seems like a lot for the amount of cucumbers, but I'm gonna keep an open mind. Some chopped parsley and what else? Lemon juice. So here's my triumphant return of my tiny teeny juicer. This was about half of a lemon's worth of juice. And if you would love a tiny teeny juicer of your own, I will link it in the description down below. A 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So those are the dressing ingredients. Another triumphant return, the twist whisk. And yes, this is a different one. A lot of you ordered this. I think it was like the #1 thing that everybody ordered using my Amazon links, but the design changed. So here's my original twist whisk that you often see. And the like twist part is at the top. And with this one, the whole handle twists. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a different, more updated design. A lot of you mentioned that in the comments, so I decided to order one. Don't worry, I'm gonna use both. I may have a lot of kitchen equipment, but I use all of it, I promise. All right, so we're whisking this. Ooh, it's very thick, but the cucumbers are gonna like let off a little bit of moisture as I let this chill. So that should help a little bit. That is a lot of dressing though. So this recipe calls for 2 medium cucumbers, peeled and sliced. I got these little mini like Persian cucumbers because I love them, and they were also on sale. So I am making a little bit of a change there. So I'm not gonna peel these because the skin is very thin and you can eat it like very easily. I really love making like a cucumber salad of some kind pretty much every week, especially when the weather warms up. And I'll usually alternate between refrigerator pickles and like a sour cream like cucumber salad, but the one I make is different than this. So very interested to try it out. So I have all of my cucumbers in here. That bag of cucumbers, that amount, it was the equivalent of like 2 medium cucumbers. I went ahead and like weighed the amount versus, you know, whole cucumber, like big cucumbers versus these small ones. So it works in the recipe amount wise. So now I just have to kind of toss these in the dressing. I figure if this ends up like being a little bit too much dressing for my tastes, I can always add some more cucumbers to it. I'll try it as is first, of course. So I'm gonna cover this and let it chill in the refrigerator for at least a couple of hours. Most prepared salads like this will benefit from some fridge time. And a lot of times I will make a prepared salad and even let it go overnight. You know, we'll check on this in a couple of hours and give it a taste. This has been in the refrigerator for about 3 hours at this point. Now, just like looks wise, it does look like a lot of sour cream. When I make a sour cream based cucumber salad, a lot of times there's more liquid, like there's more vinegar to this amount of sour cream. So I'm very interested to see how it tastes. And I do have extra cucumbers that I bought just to add to this because it just seems like very heavy on the dressing. But I'm gonna taste it as is first and give it, you know, give it a good fair shake just to see how it is. Oh, it's nice. It is really nice. I usually do sort of some combination of like sour cream, vinegar, and dill. This is like sour cream, lemon juice, and parsley, and then onion and garlic. So that gives it a really good flavor. I really like that. I love the lemon in it. Ooh, that was a good bite. So taste-wise, I think it's excellent. I think it's really good. It just seems like the dressing is very, very thick for this amount of cucumbers. So we'll kind of wait and see tomorrow, you know, and it also could be that the cucumbers themselves need to give up a little bit more of their liquid, but flavor-wise, so good. Cool and refreshing for sure. So it's the next day. I've let this cucumber salad sit in the refrigerator overnight, and it did thin out a little bit. Some of the cucumbers kind of gave up more liquid as it sat in the refrigerator. I still think this is way too much dressing. I'm gonna try a couple more bites of it, but then I have extra cucumbers, so I'm gonna add some more sliced cucumbers to this. I just wanna taste it again. You know, I think when I first tasted it yesterday, it had been in the fridge for like maybe almost 3 hours, but let's see what it is now. It was really good. It still has a really, really good flavor. And I don't usually put onion in my cucumber salad, like the one that I typically make. I minced it very, very fine, and it does go really well in this. I think it needs, to me anyway, this is my opinion, I would like a little bit more acid. So I would probably add a little bit more lemon juice or something, yeah. But it's pretty dang good. I like the garlic and the cucumbers are just like nice and crunchy in there. Very good. So I'm trying out OLEN'S special Thousand Island dressing. And apologies if I did not say that name correctly. Thousand Island dressing, not something that I'm overly familiar with. It's not my typical go-to salad dressing. Let's just give it a try. I really like to make my own salad dressings, actually. I have a couple of bottle dressings I keep on hand just for convenience purposes, but like you know, they taste really good. They're not usually too difficult to make. I am cutting the recipe in half because it makes an entire quart if you don't. Cream the cheese in large mixing bowl. So this recipe actually does have cream cheese in it, and I have lost my spatula one moment. So I've let this soften for a while, but we're gonna sort of break it up. If you're new here, yes, my hand mixer has a light. I'll link it in the description. Okay, add sour cream, mixing well. So we've got some sour cream. I will include the full recipe in the description down below, even though I am cutting this one in half. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot, even with, you know, cutting it down. Mix that. Okay, it took some time to get everything mixed together. You wanna make sure that your cream cheese is like super soft, because otherwise you're gonna end up with a bunch of lumps in here and you don't want that. Add remaining ingredients and mix well. Some ketchup. This is a 1/4 cup of ketchup for half a recipe, but you can actually add more according to the instructions, like if that's what you like. I don't know, so I started small. And I'm using my red spatula because I don't wanna stain any of my lighter colored ones. Apple cider vinegar and some vegetable oil. Some Lee and Perrins, and some horseradish, zesty. My grandpa actually used to grow horseradish, and man, that stuff would knock your socks off. And Tabasco sauce, it says 2 dashes. Well, I usually use Frank's, but look what I have here. It is the tiniest bottle of Tabasco sauce that I got with a takeout order once. I usually tell them not to include that stuff, the ketchup and the salt packets and stuff, but they did, and now I have it, so we're gonna use it. Couple of drops, okay. Save the rest of that for another recipe when I need it, right? All the rest of these ingredients are to taste, so I just have little pinches of all of them since I really don't know and I've never made this recipe. It's like salt and pepper to taste, paprika to taste, seasoned salt to taste, garlic salt to taste. So I have just like a little bit of each, just like a pinch of each. Ooh, look at that color. So it's a lovely pale pink color. I was originally just gonna leave this in the fridge for a couple of hours. I think I'm gonna go overnight with this one before I give it a taste. And the serving suggestion with this is to serve on lettuce or boiled shrimp salad. So I will be serving it on lettuce since I can't eat the shrimp salad. Well, I put together just a really simple leaf lettuce salad with my Thousand Island dressing, and I did add some croutons. These are homemade croutons. That's one of my favorite things to do with leftover bread, or if you have bread that's kind of drying out. Or sometimes if you go to a restaurant and they have really good bread and you know, can take some home, like if you don't finish it or whatever, don't waste it, make it into croutons. Like super, super simple. I'll link the like method that I use in the description down below. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but this is just like the particular way that I do it in the oven. So smelling it, like smelling the dressing, it's like, I mean, it's a little ketchup forward. I added like the minimum amount of ketchup, but you can actually add more if you want. Kind of has a little bit of like that vinegar smell to it. It seems like a very different Thousand Island dressing than the ones that I've like encountered, I guess. It's a little bit paler in color. The Thousand Island dressings that I've seen have like other things, maybe chopped up. Like I saw one with like chopped up eggs in it. I saw one with more of a like chopped up pickles or relish or something in it. This doesn't have that. The other thing that this reminds me of, just looking at it before I taste it anyway, is yum yum sauce. Like if you go to a hibachi restaurant, they bring that sauce with your meal and you put it on. I make that here at home too. Because like if we do hibachi at home and we want the sauce, like I found a recipe that we really like, but that's like the color of it and like the little flecks of paprika and stuff. That's what it makes me think of. So anyway, I'll go with like a bite of the lettuce first without the croutons. A little bit of a creamy vinaigrette. I get the tartness of the sour cream in there as well. I'm gonna taste a bite with a crouton. Since this isn't something that you're not gonna eat this with a spoon. You can, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but you know, this is like a dressing to go on an actual salad. It's not something you just eat by itself typically, but again, like do what you want. It's really good. I kind of like it with the croutons. There's so much of a vinegar flavor to it because of the apple cider vinegar, and then also the ketchup would have vinegar in it too. Slightly sweet, not as much sweetness as if you would add more ketchup. I personally don't think I would add the additional ketchup. It is interesting. That's pretty good. It's kind of different. I like that, I do. I think it makes a lot. So this is half of a recipe. I mean, it's a pretty big jar. The full recipe makes an entire quart of the dressing. In the recipe, it says, keeps indefinitely in the refrigerator. I don't know if I believe that. So I would never make the full amount. And I think even like, just because I live in a small household, I would probably even cut this in half. Just, you know, this is a lot of dressing, and I know it's not gonna keep indefinitely despite what the recipe says. Very tasty, kind of different. I like it. Now I'm trying this cottage cheese ambrosia salad. And this comes to us from the cheese salads section. Now I have definitely made ambrosia. Sometimes it's called 5-cup salad or 6-cup salad as well. People have different names for it and different combinations of ingredients, but I've never made it with cottage cheese. And I love cottage cheese and fruit, so I think I'm really gonna like this one. It says mix cottage cheese, sour cream, and sugar. So we have cottage cheese. This is another one that I'm cutting in half because it makes, the full recipe makes like 10 servings, and it's a lot. And it does say small curd cottage cheese, so that is what I'm using. So then I also have some sour cream. Every recipe that I'm making today has sour cream in it, which I kind of didn't think about in the back of my mind when I was shopping for ingredients, and I thought I had enough sour cream. Definitely didn't, had to go buy another container in the middle of this video. And then I just have some sugar here. And I think we're gonna spatula. And if you've never had this type of salad before and you're thinking, oh, sour cream with all of this fruit, just stop right there because it is so good. In addition to ambrosia, I have also made something called peaches in ginger and sour cream. So good. One of my early videos, but so good. I've made it many, many times. So I think that this is gonna turn out well. Add pineapple tidbits. So I got my tidbits here. I noticed that the tidbits are a little harder to find nowadays, where you can find the crushed pineapple and the pineapple chunks, but the bits seem to be a little elusive. And you know, I find them eventually, but sometimes my store is out of them, or there's maybe just like one brand that has the tidbits. And I also have some fruit cocktail. Both the fruit cocktail and the pineapple have been drained. And of course, mini marshmallows. You can't have a good old-fashioned fruit salad without those mini marshmallows. Or coconut. I mean, coconut's a great addition as well, isn't it? Mix well, refrigerate for several hours or overnight. I'm going overnight with this one. I think that the flavors will have a you know, good time together. They'll mix, they'll mingle, and it'll just make for a better salad. But doesn't this, I mean, this mixture definitely looks like a 1960s salad, I think. And that's not to say that this isn't gonna be delicious, because I absolutely think that it is. But it's got that look about it, doesn't it? That's it, we did it. We made cottage cheese ambrosia salad. So now this needs to chill in the refrigerator overnight. There is my ambrosia salad. I've had this before, but not this version. The type that I have had, that I've made, has different fruits in it, and it doesn't have any cottage cheese. So this is a combination of coconut marshmallows, cottage cheese, sour cream, pineapple tidbits, and fruit cocktail. And the fruit cocktail I used consisted of like pears, peaches, grapes, a couple of cherries. Maybe that's about it. I'll probably like it. because I love fruit and cottage cheese together. It's very good. If you don't like the looks of this, if you're like, whoa, like what is that? It tastes so much better than you think it's going to if you're not used to having this type of like fruit salad. It is sweet. The sour cream and cottage cheese kind of give it a little bit of tanginess. I like this version a lot because I like cottage cheese and I like fruit together. I kind of think I might like just the sour cream version a little bit better, the one that I've made before and had before, but this is very good. Like I like the taste of this a lot. And you know what, actually, as I take a few more bites, I don't think it's the cottage cheese that makes the difference here. I think it's the choice of fruit. I like fruit cocktail, it's fine. I don't love it in this. I think if I swapped out the fruit cocktail for either peaches or mandarin oranges, I think I would like this a little bit better. It is tasty, like I'm gonna eat it. It tastes good, but I would change up the fruit, I think, just a little bit. Salads Cookbook was published in 1969, and it is from Favorite Recipes Press. And Favorite Recipes Press is still around today. I believe they are part of a larger company. These types of cookbooks were used as fundraisers. Favorite Recipes Press, I believe they also would create cookbooks for like community cookbooks, but this one's a little different. I addressed this briefly in my Valentine's Day desserts video because I did the cookie cookbook, which is also from Favorite Recipes Press. The recipes in here, they are from people like that submit them, and you can even see like it has a name, it has a place, but they're not from like one town or one church community or anything like that. These are from people all over the place. New Jersey, Washington, Utah. One of the recipes I did came from someone in Greece. So I'll tell you which one that is in a little bit. Not a ton of illustrations. We have some black and white photos, except for the ones in the cover. So I'll give you a little taste of the cover. Those are beautiful and colorful. Looks like we got some congealed salads, some gelatin salads on the front. And then, you know, we do a little sketch in here. That's kind of cute. It says this book contains over 500 salads. And I'm like, that is a lot of salad. And a lot of different types of salads. There's salad dressings, which I chose to make one of the salad dressings. Meat salads, so ham salad, chopped liver salad, pepperoni and onion salad, tongue salad. So it really just kind of like depends on what you're looking for. There's seafood salads, congealed salads, but there's like within the congealed salad universe, there's like congealed chicken salads, congealed dairy salads, congealed vegetable salads. Like they love a congealed salad in here. Egg salads, macaroni salads, frozen salads. Like this has everything. If you're looking for a salad, this is the book for you. But I'm gonna say a good 85% of these salads have celery in them. You might know how I feel about raw, crunchy celery. I can handle some cooked celery. Heck, I can even handle like a tiny bit, if it's chopped very fine, I can even handle that. But like some of these salads, very celery forward, not for me. I really do try to choose recipes that I'm gonna eat, that, you know, I think I'm going to like, if not love. You know, I briefly considered making a salad that had some celery in it, but I just knew like I was gonna end up probably not enjoying it and, you know, maybe not even finishing it. So I did try to choose 3 recipes that I thought I would enjoy. Being straight with you, like being honest with you. I don't know, I'm like celery, just very popular ingredient. I consider myself, like I'm reasonably open to different foods. I would say there's just a couple things that I'm not really into. And I feel like that's okay. I know some people don't love that I don't love celery. Like they're really trying to get me to eat the celery. I have tried. I have honestly given it my all to try to like raw celery. You know, tried it with peanut butter, tried it with cream cheese. Like it's just not my thing, and I can't really tell you why. I think it's fine for people not to like something. So please support my my dislike of celery. A lot of interesting types of salads in here. Some of these would probably not be considered salads by some people. They would be more desserts or something like that, but they, you know, they're salads. I almost feel like we've narrowed down the category of salad in recent years, but it used to mean, I think, a lot more different types of foods. Coleslaws, vegetable salads. Last year I made like, I don't know, 3 different types of coleslaw in my videos. I don't know how that happened, but they were all very good. Ooh, we have a congealed carrot salad. I know I'm not really showing you the book, like the interior. It's just like this. So it's not like the most exciting cookbook to look through for illustrations or photographs or anything like that. But it is pretty interesting to just like look through the types of salads. So I can show you this photograph. It's the fruit salad section. and we have one of those like watermelon baskets, you know, or bowls. This is a watermelon bowl, and I feel like I saw those at every like baby shower, bridal shower, what have you. Like growing up, you'd always have that like watermelon basket or bowl, or sometimes at like baby showers you would see it. You'd see a watermelon carved out in the shape of like a baby bassinet. People getting really, really creative there. Candlestick salad, I feel like that makes its rounds on the internet. It's the one on a bed of lettuce, like a lettuce leaf, and then there's a pineapple ring and a banana like stuck in the pineapple ring, and there's like a maraschino cherry on top. If I can find a photo of one, I've never made it, but if I can find a photo of what that looks like, I will share it here. It's kind of funny. I will say this book, you know, it's the categories, the way it's broken into categories is great, and I really enjoy it. I think I said the same thing about Cookie Cookbook, the book I cooked from for my Valentine's Day video. You know, it has the sections of like fruit salad, vegetable salad, salad dressings, but like within those chapters, it sorts everything. I'll talk to you about the vegetable salad chapter. So within that chapter, there's bean salads, coleslaws, tossed salads, and then we move on to the good old congealed vegetable salads. There's a lot of congealed or gelatin salads in here. I did consider it, okay? I did consider making one, but again, a lot of them have celery in it and in them, and I'm just like not there. Congealed cucumber salads, congealed beet salads. I think they're very good about like breaking it down even further. So if you're like, I have a bunch of carrots I want to use up, we got you covered, like vegetable salads, but carrot salads, you know? It was a little hard. So I'm not sure if y'all have noticed, I have tried to sort of focus on, like I show you the actual recipe within the video. So I'll like hold up, you know, the page to the camera and talk a few words about it. I do include the recipes in the description down below, but like I also just want to give you like the recipe on the page. Because of the way that this is like laid out, sometimes you'd have a recipe that would start down here and then it would continue up here. So it was a little hard for me to do that. I guess it's one thing, like it doesn't really, it probably wouldn't matter to like a regular person. And I am a regular person, but like I have a heavy focus on cookbooks in my life. So that was something that I did take notice of. Let's talk a little bit about the salads I chose to make today. From the vegetable salad section, I decided to choose the cucumbers and garlic sour cream because I knew I would probably enjoy this one. During the spring and summer, especially, I usually buy cucumbers every week and I will make them into something just to have like a salad in the fridge. I kind of alternate between a few different recipes. I love to make refrigerator pickles. I just use Ree Drummond, you know, the Pioneer Woman. I just use her refrigerator pickle recipe and it's perfect. I've loved it for a long time. So I thought, okay, I'm probably gonna enjoy this one, but it is a little bit different than what I would normally make. I thought it was pretty tasty, but the dressing, oh my gosh, if you follow this recipe, it's so much dressing. It's just too much for me. And I even double checked. I was like, maybe I did this wrong. Like maybe I added the wrong amount of sour cream, but no, it was hefty. It was a hefty amount of sour cream. After I tasted it a second time, I did end up adding more I was like, I'm gonna add more cucumbers. I actually added another package of those tiny cucumbers. So basically the equivalent of like 4 cucumbers in this amount of dressing. So if you are going to make this, I mean, and if you like a lot of dressing on your cucumber salads, great, like you're gonna love this. If I were to make this again, I would keep the amount of cucumbers at the same, so 2 medium cucumbers. I would cut that dressing in half. It was kind of overwhelming. Good flavor. I like a little more acid, like, you know, vinegar, lemon juice, something. But overall, I think it was pretty tasty. And I think you could, if you wanted to, you could probably customize it a little bit further. Let's see, does it have a person? So it says that recipe came from Mrs. Robert C. Hyde, Seymour Johnson, AFB, North Carolina. Oh, Air Force Base. Okay, I was like, AFB. Yeah, there's a few of these. I kind of suspect that a lot of these people, mostly ladies that contributed these recipes, I think there are several here that are from military families. What did I make next? I made a salad dressing. This is kind of where I did try to step outside of what I would normally have or make. It's outside of what I would normally eat, but like within, like the ingredients are kind of like within a normal range for me. And that is OLEN'S special Thousand Island dressing. You know, I think Thousand Island dressing, immediately my mind goes to like a Big Mac. Honestly, I've never eaten a Big Mac, but I know that the special sauce, and I think the special sauce has changed over the years, like just hearing from other people and other videos and stuff. but I think it's kind of like Thousand Island dressing. And when I think of Thousand Island dressing, like in a bottle, like say you just go to the grocery store and buy a bottle of Thousand Island dressing, I'm thinking like a creamy orange dressing with things in it. So usually I think the idea is like chopped up relish, pickles, something like that. I was looking through, you know, I was doing some research for another video and I came across a Thousand Island dressing recipe and had chopped up eggs in it. I think I've heard like you can put pimento in it. So it really kind of depends on what you're looking for. This one doesn't have any chopped up things in it. It's like cream cheese, sour cream, which cream cheese, interesting ingredient. It did make the dressing a little bit thicker. Cream cheese, sour cream, ketchup, vinegar, you know, seasonings. A lot of times when I order like a lettuce salad at a restaurant, you know, if it says it comes with a specific dressing, I'll probably stick to it just because they've made that salad and it's complemented by that specific dressing. Or, you know, if I have to choose, yes, I'm a ranch girl. I live in the Midwest. I'll go ranch. I'll go honey mustard. You know, I often do vinaigrette, like a balsamic vinaigrette or something, depending, it just kind of depends on what is in the salad. You know, I don't usually choose Thousand Island dressing. I don't even really see it on restaurant menus quite as much anymore. But it was pretty good. It was different. I think I would like it in a salad with like lots of different vegetables. I kept it very simple. Just did like a shredded leaf lettuce with the dressing and I put some like homemade croutons on it. And that was very tasty. I think I would like to add like maybe carrots and cucumber, maybe a little cheese. I don't know if it actually needs the cheese because it is a creamy dressing that has cream cheese in it. And I said it kind of reminded me of yum yum sauce. So I would kind of like to try it maybe with some like fried rice or something just to see how that is. I don't know. Maybe that sounds weird. I only made half a recipe. If I were to make the full recipe, yield 1 quart of dressing. Dressing keeps indefinitely in the refrigerator. I do not believe that. I do not believe that. This recipe comes from Mrs. Clyde Snell. I'm gonna say this wrong. Athenae Airport, Greece. My final salad, it comes from the cheese salads section, which I am just, that cracks me up a little bit. You know, it is a cheese salad because it has cottage cheese in it, but it's like, I always think of ambrosia as kind of a fruit salad. So this was the cottage cheese ambrosia salad. I've made ambrosia before and I've had it, I've eaten it several times. And I know a lot of people have different recipes for this. I think in general, a lot of the recipes I make, sometimes they're called something that people would disagree with. And I do get that in the comments, but just like keep in mind, I don't name these recipes. I don't even create these recipes. I try to give like full credit to the book or the person or whatever. So my thought for ambrosia salad, it's marshmallows, coconut, sour cream, and like a couple different kinds of fruit. So this one was the sour cream and like coconut and marshmallows, but it also has cottage cheese. And then the fruit is pineapple and fruit cocktail. And you know, I've kind of given it a little bit more thought. Like it tastes good, it's gonna get eaten, I enjoy it. Something about the fruit cocktail is not working for me. And I think I know what it is. I used fruit cocktail that had green grapes, peaches, maraschino cherries, and pear. I like pears. I don't like it in this. There's something about kind of like a gritty or a sandy texture to a pear that I don't really mind when they're on their own, but in this particular salad, it wasn't my favorite. This is again, like a me personally kind of call. I probably would swap the fruit cocktail out for like mandarin oranges or peaches or maybe a combination of the two. The flavor was good. I like ambrosia salad. I enjoy the sour cream or the cottage cheese. Like I enjoy that with fruit. I think the flavors complement each other. It's just, it tastes good to me. I grew up eating cottage cheese and fruit. I think that's fine. I think I would just change up the fruit a little bit that I included in this recipe. You know, I really liked the salads that I chose today. I love in the springtime, when you hit Easter, and I understand Easter time is still kind of cold in a lot of places, you know, where I live included, but I feel like it's like, it kicks off springtime kind of, especially like in the spring and summer. I just like to make maybe a couple of different cold salads to keep in the fridge every week. And then you just kind of have them for like lunches and dinners and sides and things like that. And they're just kind of there. I like that. I like doing that. You kind of already have something made up. And especially when it starts to get warmer, you know, maybe you don't want to be in the kitchen. Maybe you don't want to heat up the kitchen. So making those cold salads like that and just having them and they're ready to eat, I think it's perfect. I hope this video provided you with some inspiration or reminded you of a recipe you haven't made in a while. If you like vintage recipes and cookbooks from the 1960s, I have an entire playlist and I will link it in the description down below. If you'd like to see some additional content from me, you can join me over on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.